Major, you get absolutely demolished in both games on the first two, on the first day rather. And now you've had to go back and try to work through that. You've gone on this wild ride. You went from feeling great to feeling the worst you've likely felt in a long time. And now we get to see, just how productive those conversations were. I kind of share in this cautious optimism around Team Liquid and being able to bounce back. I do think it's a very hard task when you're trying to do it from 0-2 down. Let's see if Liquid can. We're going to be starting things off here on Inferno. That's the pick of MIBR, and we're right into this. MIBR with a T-side start.
Yeah, this has been a good map for MIBR in recency, especially back in Brazil. So looking to bring it in against Liquid. Last time we saw them go with Nuke, that did not go too well. Liquid blew them out of the water at CAC. Back-to-back 13-5s in that series. Liquid are going with Mirage later on as well, so MIBR taking their time in this pistol. The grenade is nice from Liquid, but it's the wallbang headshot from Nerds. One bullet into the head of the star player of MIBR. It's going to be a test in this 4v5, but an open B site with just one player.
Yeah, Nerds still probing and hanging around. I like this. I think Nerds is coming into today with a bit of point to prove. He kept mentioning how the opponents played with more balls. That was how he put it. That's a tie to confidence, right? The idea that Liquid kind of shrunk down in both of their games and didn't really look like themselves. And so if Nerds is going to try and force some plays, force some aggression, I think that's a very good thing for Team Liquid. That's not bad from siuhy, the captain, picking up a double. And Nerds forced back, but comfortable in a 5v2 here. They try and keep the pressure on. They chase down these remaining two players, and they leave it all on Klim. Has to go back for the bomb. Smoke now fades, and they come pushing in. They don't clear him straight away, but Elige is there to keep it all in check.
Oh, a little scary 2v5 there for Liquid fans, but they do get it done.
Something else that's like a little bit weird for MIBR was the idea that, they were kind of waiting. They were looking forward to this boot camp, but their event before the boot camp was Bucharest, and they had to play that with a stand-in. Klim couldn't make it, so the only event you played ahead of your boot camp was not with the full 5 roster. And I think even that doesn't exactly help when you're a team that's looking to get as many reps in as you can and time used to playing together. It's certainly a hard task to, go international for the first time, and I think it's easy to think that you could replicate the success of a team like a Furia, but there's absolutely no denying that you didn't get players of the same caliber. Even if Kicker, rebounds back to his old form, I still don't think that would be comparable to kind of what your Kindar brings to the table. And Klim, while he looks good every now and again, you get these flashes and you see what he is capable of. Doesn't quite seem like a Molidoy either. So you do have a bit of an uphill battle here if you're MIBR.
I just think the idea of bringing in an international AWP is a good idea, because it's something Brazil has actually struggled with, having a reliable AWP outputting, good games at Tier 1 CS, and yeah, Furia, anything to go by, then sure, looking further afield is a good idea. But even if you just size up the competition and who's the second, who's the third best AWP in Brazil, I think it falls off pretty quickly. So MIBR looking for this risk to pay off, and here at the Major, it's do or die in a BO3 for survival, just to get to another day of play. Liquid convert their pistol, and MIBR will be coming in with guns here in the third. Not going to see much of Klim in this game, right? So this is more of a question of the rifling power of MIBR, but also the leading from Kickert on this T side, how MIBR want to get into the game. Will it be fast banana control? Liquid seem to think so, putting 3 players there early with ultimate supporting utility. Both teams smoking the same position, having different ideas behind it. MIBR find to wait it out.
I mean, you're already seeing Liquid want to try and be more aggressive. That's something that was really missing from their games yesterday, was it felt like they gave all their opponents a lot of respect. Nertz has been super keen to go and fight for Banana. Even in the anti-eco, there was re-aggression into top mid. And so I'm liking the initial ideas here for Liquid. They found some good damage for MIBR. It's going to be a journey out into top middle. They've taken away this Banana control with the boost. So this is just kind of the early staging of the round.
Only 2 on A here, so Liquid's still puffing up their chest, but a weakened bomb site. Time being bought by the utility. Naf watching out for the apartments as well. Timing on smoke here as they get closer in apps. insani given a fight up top B. Nertz just swings him dry and takes it. And now Liquid a fight back for Banana, freeing up rotations. MIBR got to go soon.
This double setup could be weird. Timing's everything, and yeah, you catch Ultimate looking the wrong way. It's kind of an ugly setup. Easy follow-up kill onto Elige as the first man in.
The setup is so weak. It's just like, if you don't have the apps info, you don't have it smoked off, there's seemingly no reason to run that, because the whole time Ultimate's looking over his shoulder. Naf's closer than MP9. The chance of him just getting an immediate kill isn't even guaranteed. And Ultimate gets caught looking behind him because he's not even like holding it for 5 seconds, holding the back for 5 seconds. He's just flicking back and forth. You're never going to get the kill from that. So, I don't know, ugly setup for Liquid. Site pick Crossfire would have been a lot more favorable. And as soon as the Elige gets there on rotation, it's already too late. So despite the 5v4 found in Banana by Nertz, Liquid put themselves in a very uncomfortable position. And MIBR break through on this T side. Not the most reassuring start to the game, but it's early days here. Liquid trying to get warm off the top. AWP out for Ultimate as well. But no early moves being made by Liquid this time. Just that standard Banana smoke. Nertz with some intrigue off for the flashbang. Actually does whiff a molly on MIBR. Nertz is getting hounded down here. Got to be very careful. Still looking to hang around. And instead of giving up Banana, Liquid just supplements it with Ultimate, putting the AWP in position. Trying to bait these rifles into the AWP. They're going to get what they want.
Oh, that's a crazy opener for insani. That's what he's here for. Swing out into top Banana. And Ultimate dead before he even really realizes what's happening. Brenno's also taken all this room out towards top mid. And so now the pressure really on Team Liquid. He might even come back around and look to join him. He spotted siuhy leaving, knows that that could be an extra player over towards B, and is feeling like he's got a lot of room here. So a gap has opened up for MIBR. It's down to Nafly and Elige. Set up between the pit and apartments. It's a better crossfire than last time. That much is for certain. You still need good mileage here. Naf gonna open, takes the attention away from Elige, and he'll put up 2 of his own. Time expires now for MIBR. You can't play this fast enough. insani wrestles back these kills, but Nertz is gonna take it to time.
God, 6 shots for insani there. That hurts to lose it to the clock, but really nice defense from Liquid. And I feel like MIBR got the wrong read, right? Breno gets info there's a player in library. Perhaps he thinks that is that 3rd player on rotation, meaning 2 were already in the B bomb site. It's not the case. And as a result, MIBR go back in with sure the B players cut off, but no control on A otherwise. Straight into a perfect setup here from Team Liquid. Oh, dangerous move here for siuhy. He can escape if he wants, but he gets caught falling off. Big opener for Breno again. As MIBR look to jump through this Banana smoke. insani has had enough. Back-to-back Sick opening kills. And MIBR will not waste this opportunity this time. They speed up.
Full gamble, rotate, but if Ultimate doesn't find a couple, this one will be over. Damage done into the pool. Nade out of Elige, gonna claw one more back. It's him and Nafly again trying to combine for something here. They weren't ready for Naf as the second piece out towards the coffins. He's got Exit trapped and in a box, and so Nafly and Elige start to bring it back for Team Liquid. A vintage duo in this squad, and they play off of each other well in this 2-on-4. Bomb drop just on the other side of that smoke, and so this is a tough round for Breno to come to terms with. He is being given a chance at a 1v1 with Elige passive back in the ruins. He could hope to find Nafly, but it would have to be an immediate kill. Smoke on the bomb, that brings Elige back into the conversation now as he pushes up out towards CT. Even if you retrieve it here, you've got to battle forward, 20 seconds left. Elige is toying with the idea of leaving. Wondering if there's time for Breno to have made it back around, but there isn't. He plays it forward.
Oh my.
Thinks the site is clear, thinks they've outbrained themselves, and Naf doesn't move a muscle. That's a really nice clawback from Nafly and Elige.
Yeah, 2v4, 3v5 with Ultimate included into that one. Liquid lose two very awkward kills early. This one in second mid, and insani again onto Nerds Up Banana, but it matters not for Liquid, pulling back a huge disadvantage. I like the idea Breno was going for on that clutch. They're trying to make them rotate out, but to think that Naf would leave the site as well is optimistic. Recklessly so. He had time to clear quad and maybe get that bomb still down. Certainly made Elige doubt it. And so MIBR, some close rounds, but no cigar on this T side. And now Liquid are starting to flex their muscles, take control back, pushing down mid and Banana in this round.
Yeah, I think right now for Liquid, they're kind of, you know, I feel like they're feigning a bit of confidence. They're just trying to play up in your face. They're trying to play for the info, even if the vibe still looks a little bit shaky, but it's going to do them good. And the more success they find from it, the stronger they're going to become in this series.
Faking confidence still looks like you're confident to the opponent, doesn't it? It's going to keep MIBR on their toes, going to keep them very cautious. And MIBR have already made wrong reads in the mid-round. They're going to be kicking themselves for not converting that 5v3 when that molly comes down in B. If they just scaled through it or in front of it, they could have found the solo B player at the back of the bomb site, just won the round straight up. And the other round where they get up long, but they misread how many are in the A site. So MIBR kind of kicking themselves right now. Been given two really good opportunities and closed neither. Liquid, this should just be simple here to finish off the job in middle.
I mean, how you know it kind of started to get really rough in the games yesterday was eventually like Naf was the guy making the kind of heads up, trying to get ahead of the opponent plays. And if anything, he's meant to be kind of your safe pair of hands, you know, the last guy you'd expect to see that from. So nice to see that Nerds and Elige are both trying to be a lot more involved in the opening stages of this game. They're looking better for it. Liquid is sat up in a good position right now. For MIBR, it's feeling a little rough because it's a very different Liquid to the one that they would have seen playing yesterday. But this is where you got to fall back on some of that old wisdom from Kicker. Hope that he can try and bring them back into the fold.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see some pace changes here from Kicker on this T side. Probably not in this gun round because MIBR know they've been in good positions and it's come down to the late round moves that has let them down, but they know their openers are working. They keep getting man advantages. They keep getting space, forcing Liquid out of Banana. So it's salvageable here for MIBR, but a very important gun round nonetheless on the T side. Kickert yet to get a kill, and Klim probably won't see an orb until the CT half.
I mean, the other thing that's nice, just naturally with being a bit more aggressive and not just going through the motions, is it forces you to be more dialed in. Right, Liquid looked out of that game yesterday, and we overheard some of the comms from Flashy, and it felt like they were just kind of straight up ignoring him, honestly. That's how, like, checked out of the game they were. when you're playing more in your face and you're looking for openers, you're trying to cause some chaos, it forces you to be communicative. Flashback in for siuhy, hoping to tee up ultimate. Oh, ends up dealing with kicker at the back. Still, the big problem piece is insani, and he's now putting a lot of pressure on B.
Good smoke there, though. I think insani really wanted to just go into that bomb site and try and close the round, because again, MIBR put themselves in a good position. Resetting is fine here. They've got time, they've got a bit of util, shuffling it around now and hoping they can just get the clean entry into this B bomb site. Liquid aren't going to rotate anyone over, relying in their captain to hold down. siuhy needs one kill, worst case, and he knows it's coming. Elige just confirmed it with the mid push.
More solid mid-round moves, more of it coming from this aggression, having a bit of faith in their read. Elige now knows that it's this B play, and he might have multiple kills on a platter. They're back turned in banana. He's just going to take the free one while he's got it. And one step further with exit up on that boost. Even though insani's there for the clear, he's got 30 seconds and a big decision to make. He's taking that bomb away. He needs the ace clutch in what was a 1v3. But if anyone could get it done, it's insani. Is he ready for Naf, having rotated in quickly here? Already in a strong position. Naf takes the swing, peeks him dry. insani, who had hot hands, 3 kills deep, stopped by Nafly on his way to that clutch.
Feeling like insani V9 right now, right? Every multi-kill is coming from him. Every interesting round is coming from his outputs. Gets that first one up banana, able to trade the Elige in an awkward manner. And Naf, great call to rotate out as well, especially considering Liquid almost got burned by it the last time they made that same play when Breno recommitted back to B late. But as soon as Elige died, Naf immediately leaves that B bomb site. He is ahead of whatever timing insani is considering. And in a position he can't really clear with the clock so low. So Liquid, really good signs right now. 6-1 up, making all the right moves. Winning from disadvantage. Elige 12-3. And ultimate not even called upon. What is this from Nerds? Madness through the smoke. That will piss you off. Nerds follows up. He just walked through the smoke on the fade and gets a kill while MIBR is setting up utility.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we've been talking about the aggression. It's kind of the perfect time to get to stretch your legs in that regard a little bit. This is an MIBR who is still a little bit shaky, fully coming to terms with how it is that they want to play. There are going to be gaps. There are times where the protocols let them down. Again, insani is the one guy trying to make a difference right now. Another multi-kill on these entries out towards B, and Liquid is scrambling, rotates over. Now, insani got wounded in those fights. Ultimate going to pluck one out the air, and it's just left onto Breno. Got to get past this AWP, and Ultimate still on the line. Makes that AWP hit hard. Nice to see Roland hitting some shots on the AWP to open this one up as well.
Yeah, belated birthday present here on this CT side. Dude, it just feels like what more can insani do? And how can MIBR close on this B-bomb side? They keep getting these car entries, 1 or 2 at a time. This was crazy for Nerds. I like to see it, dude. Just disrespect at this kind of scoreline. Liquid in full control. But you feel like how many entries is enough? That's supposed to be the B-bomb site falling, but with no smoke, MIBR can't even make it in cleanly. Very nicely done by Ultimate. That just makes sure MIBR is still in the mud. Winning an eco like that could have propelled them back into this T side. Ultimate, considering the play here, not doing it though. It's only 2 players on this A-bomb site, so going down offers a way in here for MIBR. Elige rotating in. Mid-control taken, and it's been pretty easy to come by for the Brazilian side. Liquid playing back in their bomb site once again on both sides. No one watching apps, so as this smoke fades, Liquid are gonna have to look up. 3 players coming in through the hallways. Elige and Naf looking to fight long together. They clear it. This is all a bit of a ruse. You might even see an over-rotation here for Liquid, who are feeling very confident right now. But they're not going to do so. Naf gets stuck into the bomb site, waiting for a short pop.
Now, Ultimate could get caught here. He really needs the cover from Nafly. who deals with the first two in. Ultimate no-scope lands as well, and that third player out through the apartments gets cut down. Again, it's just Insani, the only guy to accomplish anything for MIBR in this round. And even then, surely he's on a timer, deals with a second. But time expires, round done, and Insani heads for the hills. It's just this AK moving forward. This is rapidly getting away from MIBR.
I'm sure he saves in this one, but you really can't say Insani is not putting himself at the forefront of the vast majority of the rounds. Another double kill on the way out this time, and it's not enough to make anything happen here for MIBR. I feel like they had their window to hit the bomb site there, but they stopped in their tracks, pulled back from mid, let Liquid re-clear, which would have been fine, but then Liquid on the other side of the map burned all their util at about 30 seconds. And they're just saying there's no assault here. There is no noise in Banana. There is no reason to rotate. So even though Liquid get the info that mid's clear, they still feel comfortable in playing a 3-2, a standard round. Everyone holds down the line. And Insani only exits. And there's just nothing to complain about here for Liquid right now. It's a perfect game, 8-1. A small blemish on the record. One A attack going successfully here for MIBR, nothing more.
And I think, you know, for this MIBR team, they've always had a bit of a problem when it comes to IGLs, because Exit used to be the guy for a while, but even then, when Drop was in this team, Drop actually started his time trying to IGL, and Exit was happy to hand it over. He then took the reins back again, but then ends up giving them away to Kicker when he comes into the squad. So it kind of feels like to me, you know, Exit doesn't necessarily want to be the captain of this team, has done so in the past out of necessity. I'll hold this thought, because Insani, the one guy worth being excited for, tries playing through the molly on this B hit. Doesn't get away with a kill, but the rest of the team will.
Oh, no!
Liege gets gone on in time here to support Nerds. Was hoping to get a supportive flash in. It's not even needed as backs are turned out through Banana. And what was looking like it could have been a threatening round here ends up petering out pretty quickly.
He's going to take the bomb back, give it a go, but I think we can talk here because there's no way Exit can do much. And I like how Elige communicated that to his teammate as well, just saying, I've got you. They can't get to you at the back of the bomb site. I'll say when they can and you can swing in. That's when Nerd starts to make his play, when Elige is pushed off the angle. Just really good trade of contact there for Liquid. Comms flowing right now.
Yeah, so, you know, MIBR, they've always had kind of this problem, trying to find an IGL that they feel like can bring out the potential in this team. You have Exit, who undertook it, you know, originally.
It's not just been in-game leaders, though, Harry. It's also been just AWPers as well. The roles have always changed on this team.
No,
100%. Think of Breno coming in. He was a rifler on the academy team, joins, picks up the AWP, puts down the AWP for safe, then picks up the AWP again. I mean, the roles on this team have been all over the place for some time, and now they finally got to the point they go, hey, we can't call or we can't AWP, so let's just import two.
Yeah, and, you know, I think one of the problems they're going to have there is Kicker, almost his entire career, and certainly every single highlight and milestone of it, was under James' leadership, right? And James has one of the most extreme styles in terms of how different it is, how much it stands out. He has a very unique view of the game. So the guy that kind of mentored him into the player he is now is someone who firstly fell off in CS2 and has had to rebuild his entire identity. But even outside of that, played one of the most extreme, slow styles of CS that existed in the game. And that runs kind of counterintuitively to the Brazilian style of Counter-Strike. It was them who fielded the most polarizing option compared to James, right? Which was art. Nice opener here for Exit. I just think it's hard to mesh these styles together. But this B play is looking to work for MIBR. Nerds is the sole survivor out on B. He's putting on a show with two. And hell, if you're Liquid, bro, you're 9-1 up. You've wrestled back rounds tougher than this. So let's see if Ultimate and Naf can give them a run for their money. Ultimate leaves it to chance on a blind smoke shot. No scope, just adding RNG, stacking it up, hoping that something would go his way.
I will not accept a save here. Liquid have to give this a full send.
Smoke in at top Banana, but a lot of time ticks away. Still paranoid that they're getting backstabbed. They're lending Ultimate a bit of time, see if he can get anything on the AWP, but it feels like this one is decided. This one's done. And so MIBR finally break the drought of rounds. Oh.
No time.
Hopping on.
No time. Nice try. It was, yeah, they're probably thinking more about the damage, honestly, at the end there. Liquid, knowing they can take some guns out of the round, but would have liked a bit more of a commitment there. I think it was perfectly winnable. When that smoke comes down banana for Nav, isolates one, you got a 2v2, but look, Liquid are fine, I'll say. 9-2 up, exit hits a banger, and even though another 5v3 ensues, Nerds still makes the round interesting. Liquid having a laugh on the way out. Nothing to cry about here at 9-2. As the AWP covers. Oh, Insani is just red hot right now. Uncrouched tap headshot to Ultimate. Absolutely destroyed. So let's go. What have MIBR got?
Oh, Liege nails one on the AWP, and Naf has just been a rock over here on A. He's 12-2. He kept this AK out of the last round, finally put down. That's a plant found for MIBR as they look for a third. It doesn't give them a lot of mileage to work with, but they're looking good to get it. Exit hanging around back here in mid. And now just siuhy. 1 versus 3 for the captain of Liquid, and it doesn't feel great. They're in strong positions here to play around the bomb, so MIBR at least break in with something at the tail end of this half. It could give them some staying power if they're able to find the pistol when they swap over to the CT half.
Liquid locked in to the CT side here of Inferno. Maybe MIBR's map pick, but you wouldn't be able to tell it with a T side like that. Kicker at 0 kills on the half, Klim 0 AWPs, and Insani 0 multi-kills converted on by his team. Yeah,
kind of brutal for Insani, who is showing up. Liquid showing a way better face in this game, coming through with some aggression, making it all look way better compared to day one. Kicker, he's doing what we would call pulling a Monacy. Monacy did this too. 0 ADR in a half.
Oh. 0 ADR.
Yeah, 0 ADR.
Oh.
He didn't hit a single bullet.
Oh, Harry.
No, it's worse than you think.
0 ADR.
0 ADR.
That's difficult. That's actually, that's harder. It's Inferno, throw a grenade.
And I'm calling it pulling him honestly to try and be nice to him.
Yeah.
Because it makes it sound like he might have done something good.
Sounded like a compliment to me.
No.
Kicker's as good as m0NESY. But here, his first bullet to connect in the game. His first point of damage. Kicker behind the smoke. Bomb down. Brenner with a kill. Are they going to steal all the kills? Yes, they are. Kicker yet to hit a bullet in this game, but MIBR will win a pistol. Nice triple kill from Exit, Harry. You see that one? The Julies. Rap, tap, tap, and back. MIBR looking to come back in this game. He's got 1 assist, Harry. It's true. How?
Flash.
I
don't know if they count like that.
Is it diffuse? He has 1 effective flash.
There you go, bro. The flash goat.
But that doesn't usually apply to assists.
Look, man, maybe they just gave him one out of sympathy. Like, he's here, he's bringing something to the table, presumably.
He planted the bomb on a round they won. That's got to be it. Okay, Liquid Force.
0 ADR in a game. Honestly, didn't do that.
No,
he just did it in a half.
Now, yeah, it'd be cool doing a kicker. All right, B-pop. And this is nice. Look at contact in. insani is in this site, and he is not letting you in. 3 kills as they come through the smoke. Elite flying in.
If you lose this, it's unforgivable. How many multi-kills can insani get, and then they give the round away?
Liquid 2v5.
Kickout's moving over. He'll be observing this situation.
Come on, through the smoke. Oh, they're going to boost him? No, they just wait together on the fade. This is at least 1 damage for Kicker in this round available. Now Fly fighting. Will be put down. This is it. Elige, if he swings, stay on Kicker. Oh, he does it! He's on the board. He's on the board. Beautiful observing as we watch Kicker and his highlight, his first highlight in the map, winning the round for MIBR, stopping a 2v5.
Yeah. Actually, a big impactful trade kill from Kicker there. And hopefully the beginning of something for him in this game.
And Harry, that is 9 damage locked in for Kicker. That is almost 1 ADR. But not quite. Liquid rebuy. Still 0 ADR, of course. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, it doesn't round up, sadly.
Yeah, we don't. No freebies here.
You gotta earn that ADR, Kicker. Come on.
It's only up.
He had a little smirk on his face.
Yeah.
He knows that he's having a rough game, let's say.
It's only up from here. No, it's careful behind the smoke, and insani doesn't know, but this is insani we're talking about. He is reloading in the open. He goes flying. Nerds sends him on a shuttle. And if he can find 1 more entry B, it's right there for the taking. This site open for business. Exit is alone. That's bomb spotted in middle, but they overwhelm Breno, and smoke spam does it for Elite. He gets a double instead. Kicker, the savior, the truth. 3 from him puts us into a 2v1. Job not done. Back to B.
Yeah, Liquid is split up, and the window's closing. If Exit did want to stop this bomb, it might all still be for naught. Kicker's best round by far, a triple kill out on short. And now they look on if Exit is able to find something here. The gap continues to close, but he's got a tricky 1v2 ahead of him with Nerds having already secured the plant over here at B. It's a big decision in front of you. I mean, if you go for this and you lose it, you don't have anything going forward.
Nice volley.
Molly will force a reaction, will force a swing out of Naf, and Naf takes the fight head on. Burnt out by the Molotov, just becomes a problem to deal with there and then, and unable to do so is Exit. So Liquid with a breakthrough round and a back-breaking one for MIBR, who are now in dire straits. It's late in the game. Late in the day, And they've been broken at this scoreline.
That's a really awkward round to lose here for MIBR. They couldn't really afford it at this scoreline. Allegia's 1 AK put to work. And Allegia NAF to close out a round in the modern day just feels safe here for Liquid.
Yeah, or NAF and Nerds.
Yeah, hit them too. Allegia opens, NAF closes. How about that? Allegia with a top-heavy performance here, 22 and 10. MIBR putting everything in. This is their map pick in the series. It's one that's been great domestically. It's one that we don't see Liquid challenged on too much.
Oh, swing out in a mid, kicker with another. But siuhy playing trade denies that aggression and keeps this in the advantage of Liquid. Oh, Klim double dips after getting away with one on that push out through mid, and siuhy just continues to run interference on these plays, shuts down another. His whole round has just been sitting in this top mid corner getting rewarded trade kills, and he might have more. He just got the spot there on a player aggressive all the way through the apartments. At this point, B should really feel like the port of call for Team Liquid. You've seen 3 guys aggressive out in mid. You spot a 4th pushing the apartments. You know at most you got a 3v1 here in B, so they're still going to be careful as they approach. But the round is already theirs. MIBR out of position.
Yeah, what can you really do here other than look to save a couple of guns, M4 down middle. Some bodies available, but can't win this round with no kit right now, and so MIBR going to have to throw in the towel. Liquid onto 11. siuhy with a nice triple kill to shut down that continued mid-fight from MIBR. And everyone looking to have their moment here for Team Liquid across this game. It's been a thorough match from all 5 players. That damn smile.
I mean, if you see what they mean, though, right? They were talking about how one good map, things can snowball. Even the celebrations early on still didn't, like when we said feigning confidence, you know, that's what it was. They were kind of getting aggressive. They were making the right moves, but still no one was buying in yet. Now it's worked out for an entire map, and they're actually dominating MIBR. You can't help but feel good about it. The reactions are getting more genuine. It's smiles all around. They're buying back into the vision because it's working. It's provably working before their very eyes. Allegia top in the charts. He's been switched on from the beginning. NAF has been a rock as well whenever he's been demanded to step up. Nerds was like the fire starter behind it all. The first guy really getting stuck in and getting aggressive down through Banana. So he's the guy I'd kind of credit for bringing the tenacity from the get-go. It's just been a far better look. This is likely more on par with how the boot camp felt for Team Liquid than anything else you've seen from them at the Major, where they just look destroyed.
I think it will get better as well. We have Mirage up next. It's just been a really bad map for MIBR, not even just with this roster, but historically for this team has been a map they've struggled on a lot. So they could be in a world of hurt today as Liquid look to eliminate them 0-3. Cool boost here. Zach's going to re-jump again. The molly hits him, and I think Nerds may have heard that. The boost is cool, but it reveals your teammate's position. So Exit gets out with 2 kills, but he has so much more to do. 1 of 2 rifles in this round. Liquid feign that plant and look for fights. They win most out. 2v2 now in a strong position.
I mean, insani is the big threat here, right? And you know about him out towards Banana. He's armed with an AK, and he's a guy who has only dealt in multi-kills in this series. Smoke deployed, trying to give themselves a bit more room to play around. Gun retrieved for Klim as he makes his way out towards the coffins. Now MIBR are armed, but they lose Klim straight away. Insani throughout all of this game has felt like he's had to be a one-man army, and it's asking too much. He's got a 1v2 on his plate here,
nice
and despite being close, Elige will shut him down. As the respective top performers clash, Elige comes out ahead.
Yeah, what can you expect from Insani there? It's just too quick on the trade. 2 kills deep into the round. He is the second highest performer in the map, and they have almost nothing to show for it. Last time we saw Liquid play MIBR, it was back-to-back 13 fives. Well, right now we're looking at this trend continuing. Team Liquid, a necessary return to form here at the bottom of stage 2. It's never too late to show up. And reassuring to see them do it in this fashion as well. Domination across this game. Never truly a point where MIBR were in it. Gonna try and thrust himself down Banana. Insani goes 1 for 1. Exit follows up. He's had a couple of nice kills in this game. Is that enough to keep it breathing for MIBR? The Liege alive, I'm hesitant. And he just finds another banger. Liege in fighting form right now. Kick it alone.
Oh, and he's been able to stop the top performer for Liquid. Ultimate was hoping to chase and punish.
I would like to chase.
Molly's bought a bit of respect, but it's only bought you a couple of seconds. Kicker has to lock in and look for another. Low on health. Naf and Ultimate group up here towards Banana. Oh, aggression for Klim. If he falls, that opens up the chance to go back for Team Liquid. And at bare minimum, it's going to force an awkward decision for MIBR. It's a 2v2 now, and you might have to split the defense. It's really not where you wanted this to go.
Good call from Liquid.
Renault's out of position. Naf and Ultimate head for the bomb site, and they're going to be in with the chance at an open plant here. Plenty of time to get that bomb stuck down, and even more time to get comfortable in this post plant. This now becomes really tricky for MIBR.
Yeah, Naf got that info as well, so they know where the A player is. Just going to give it up. Brenner can wrap apps, but Ultimate not looking to give him a kill, hiding in the back of the bomb site. Naf playing timing. Brenner's going to have to commit and make noise to get into this round, and kick it is too low to consider. It's really all on Brenner. Sneaking out of the apartments. Naf could peek any point, any timing. Falls in. Naf doesn't turn. Ultimate needs to realize, and with a missed shot from Kickert, that might be GG as Liquid lock him out. Ultimate's 3K, and Kickert's miss sends MIBR out of this map in devastating fashion.
Yeah, absolutely no denying it for MIBR. This is a really bitter pill to swallow. I think it hurts even more because of how well Insani played in this map. But you're looking down the line, you need a bounce back from the rest of MIBR. Insani, and now heading into what's supposed to be a comfortable one for this Liquid squad. It's very much them in the driver's seat, and this is now their series to lose.
Well, looks like we're loading in here to Mirage. MIBR CT side starts. Liquid on the offense. We're going to get to see a bit more of what Liquid want to bring. I enjoyed those few rounds at the end for Liquid's T side. Some nice mid-round moves, avoiding the stacks in no hurry. How will their Mirage look in this do-or-die series against MIBR?
Oh, Brenner's going to hear the steps. The B site was empty at the start of this round, and so Liquid could have won it if they played on an up-tempo pace. That's a little ugly for Breno up here in top middle, and Exit is the only guy towards B. Rotate's now arriving, but with him dead straight away in an instant 5v3 for Team Liquid, that's a bit of an overextension for Nerds. We set out they're trying to play more confident today, though. I don't think it should cause you any massive issues. It was Insani to find him, the one guy who switched on for MIBR. This is all thanks to a bit of a botched smoke in the market window, and it's given Insani a chance at another. Finally, he gets put down and dealt with, and now it's just Kicker. 1v2, time working against him. And 2 players for Liquid to break through. Naf gives it away up close and secures that pistol for Team Liquid.
Double thumbs up for Naf. 2 kills on very low health as well. Clears Insani, who's scaling left side of the site, and then that gives room for Ultimate to get out short and assist in this post plant. awkward start to the round here for MIBR, who leave B open, but also don't even have mid-control as Breno whiffs his shots. Not a great sign of things to come here for MIBR as Liquid take a simple pistol. MIBR go for a full gamble. 4-man on the B bomb side, just kick it, spotting in CT.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Again, they've picked the empty bomb site up against this force from MIBR. Series of misplaced stacks to open this one up. I mean, this could very easily be a unicorn round. Now MIBR just want to save and run this force buyback again in the next. And Liquid decide to focus on their own money.
Everyone wins in a way. Liquid just win even more. So no reason to go for it here. And the rare unicorn. Alive and well. What MIBR are going to bring to the table here? If they go for one gamble, it's not a bad idea to do it again. And although this is MIBR up for elimination here, I can't help but feel like this match is a bigger story for Team Liquid in the sense that it can give them confidence and momentum in trying to run back this deathly start to the major. A team that I think everyone had higher expectations of. We've even seen better results recently in international events. And so while this is still a new and unproven Liquid team, it's one with potential. And so I want to see that actualized here in Budapest. Nice contact play for Elysian to B as his teammate gets up short and pulls distraction. It's left the B bomb site open. This is all a ruse right now, and MIBR are biting down upon it. 3 players focused on this B site as Kick-Up flanks as well. That's a huge kill for Klim. It's going to allow them to run into the bomb site, but at this point, Liquid have already taken A.
Yeah, still, they're being pretty slow in the approach. Klim gets here in time on the scout, needed a follow-up. That's able to deal with him. Plant should be found now for Liquid, and they'll do it open as well. So a lot of options here for how they play the post plant. It's a kicker flank that you're left hinging on. He's got to find good impact from it. Could get the drop on Naf. But Naf has looked really, really good in this series. So often been unproblematic.
Oh.
Shut down the Nerds. Kicker still closing in, but a lot of time has ticked off for this round.
Are we going for this or no?
I think they're just playing a contain.
Damn.
Which, you know, we talk about teams kind of losing their confidence. I would have liked to have seen MIBR attempt this.
Oh, nice flash, but yeah, I agree. I feel like you wait so long for the flank. The flank could have just sped up. You get that kill towards connector. There was still enough time to win the round, even with no kit. Liquid were in pretty hard committed positions that they would have to fight from. So MIBR don't know that. Could be CT control and they'd be done. But it's not like MIBR didn't have a buy round coming up anyway, so here it is. Saving some money for later. AWP for Klim. This is what we've been waiting for, finally.
We've been waiting for him to get to bring it out.
21 rounds into the series. Klim Orb in play. Wow.
Oh, break on the smoke.
That guy.
Good wrestle back from Insani at least, and now you're going to learn about this AWP the hard way, perhaps. Klim has waited a very long time to get to wield it. Swing out from the ramp, he hits his tag, and Kicker Opens up with a double. Ultimate might land one back the other way, but still has a lot more to do here. Put in a box, the nades raining in, and Klim and Kicker, the two imports combined to shut that one down on the A play.
Yeah, nice hold. It looks like Elige is doing some pretty aggressive lurking in this T side so far, trying to fake bomb sites on his own. Was able to do so in the round prior, but not in this one. Got his entry up short, but Liquid still go for a hasty A-pop. Kicker and Klim put the round on the board. And MIBR the first step in hopefully the right direction. Insani and Window could be a lot of fun here on the CT side if he's going to be harassing mid and breaking smokes like this. Kicker spotted, does convert the kill, nicely done, but siuhy's up connector. And Kicker's good only for one. It's Klim back in the bomb site, swung by Nafly. We got peaks on peaks here for Liquid, and all of them connect. Exit with nowhere to go. Bomb is a long way away. Liquid suffering from success, but they won't pay the price.
Yeah, thankfully everything went so well that this really doesn't matter. Exit's already resigned himself to a save. And so for Team Liquid, it's just a matter of time. That might even be worth them looking to hunt.
He's just revealed his position, so...
He thinks they're hunting too. He doesn't know the bomb was left behind. That's, I think, why he's deployed the smoke early. He's anticipating that this was a decision to delay a little bit so they can close in and come and find him. In reality, I say I wouldn't mind Liquid hunting. I don't hate the idea, but also worry about their own money to an extent. You know, they're all kind of broke.
Yeah.
Build that up, and removing this gun shouldn't massively change the outcome in the next. MIBR looking to buy anyway.
It's a very slow hunt, so Liquid aren't overplaying their hand on this one. See if he gives them anything for free here. Naf's just holding. Nice shot. Should be enough here to keep this AK into the next round as Liquid go 4-1 up. Yes, you can.
Timeout requested. Chance for JNT to try and speak to the boys ahead of this one, because they're approaching the end of the economy on this CT half, and suddenly you'd feel like you're right back on Inferno, just getting beat down. Liquid standing to go on a big run here if they can find success up against this final buy round for MIBR. In the same way we kind of saw Liquid capitulate yesterday versus Paravision, MIBR, it's been much the same. Wouldn't mind seeing them try and make a play here. Kicker's getting some kills and already has found a lot more impact than he did on Inferno. You know, Insani's got it in him, and Klim even dons the AWP, so this might be a nice time to try and bring the fight to Liquid. You've been used to having a lot of respect shown to you if you're Liquid right now. So let's see what they've got. Some attention paid out here towards middle. Looking like they wanted to try and fight for it early on, but the smokes have come in and they've missed their timings on these smoke breaks. Elige makes it all the way up through short. He's got teammates in tow as well. There's some real pace on this round from Liquid. They're going into a bomb site where only Exit occupies it, sitting at the back. Elige closing in. Insani and Exit both fire off, and Exit hits a gorgeous transfer. Only Ultimate remains. 1v5. Deals with the first two. Hold on a second. Still a ways to go before the ball really gets rolling on this clutch, but it's not a bad introduction. Bomb up in the apartments. It's good that he has time on his side here as he tries to slink on back. Player holding from the market door. It's Klim. Just leaves the angle right as Ultimate jumps up. He's now retrieved the bomb.
Are they too scared?
They've given him the plant. Got that to play around. Missed shot from Klim, and this is building. Ultimate finally brought to his knees. It takes Insani to move in and stop that clutch in its tracks. The one guy with anything resembling confidence for MIBR comes in and stop the roll of Ultimate.
Final boss energy from Insani puts a lid on that 1v5. But you definitely felt the respect there from MIBR, a humbled and unconfident MIBR who give him a couple of peaks and live to regret it. Giving some hasty 1v1s over. Ultimate making it very interesting. He's going to be able to fund his AWP into this next round. Liquid will try and keep their finger on the pulse of this T side, try and break MIBR's money after a nice attempt from Ultimate. Oh, good flash though, and Ultimate doesn't pull back off the box. Nerds gets out under. No recommit here for Insani. With window open, Nerds says boost me. He gets up and he gets behind. Elige dead down below, and this is a free kill here. Nerds doesn't try to milk it, just takes that frag and goes for the gun. They see him cross in. 3 on 4 here. Double peaked is short. It's 2-1, and Kicker's been spotted, so another trade comes out here from Nerds. It's Klim again who has to save them. Will MIBR allow it? Through the smoke is crazy, and siuhy's AWP puts us into the 1v1. The young AWPer who wins the round. MIBR have Klim to thank for not letting that get out of control, but they are really on borrowed time right now, getting out barely in these last 2 rounds. Rounds are rounds, but these are not confident here for MIBR.
Yeah, but at least now they've broken the Liquid bank account, so a chance to start a streak and hopefully take one of these cleaner, right? With the last 2 really coming down to the wire, MIBR don't feel very comfortable yet. That would all change if you have a 5 alive round here and now, which you should, considering it's just pistols out for Team Liquid.
Liquid making any round look winnable is a very good sign for this team, who made any round look losable yesterday in their BO1s. It was a beating on Inferno. We're seeing a little bit more life here from MIBR.
Yeah, I mean, no round embodied that more than the final round of play versus Paravision, a 5v3 that they ended up losing when Paravision were trying to save.
Don't remind me.
How expensive can Nerds make this? He's got a Deagle. That's really the one point of interest in this round. For me, I just want to see Klim really warming into this game with the AWP. He's only got to possess it here in the second map of the series. Doesn't want to feel like he never even got going with his weapon of choice in what could be MIBR's final game at the Major.
Liquid are trying to make that so. A slow round to talk it over. Waiting for the Nerd Steeg to swing out middle.
Yeah, you could feel that wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
they kind of bungled it from the offset. Meant to be the classic, you know, like the first jump, that's when you run. They didn't do it, so then they try to time it to a second one. And but it's fine. There was no one in mid. So only we saw it. Oh, there's the Nerd Steagle.
They can't lose this round.
In with 1.
You're not allowed to
How much
lose.
weirder can Liquid make this?
Just don't fight him. They're scared.
They are really, really
terrified.
scared. How is siuhy in spawn?
Sneak, and he can knife the AWP.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, Breno could spot this. Breno might get there. Breno's going to get here on a better timing. siuhy takes the shot, and in comes Breno to help him. Still, they know about the AWP CT. That takes the attention away from Kicker out here on the ramp, and Big Daddy Kicker keeps everything in check for MIBR, as they were pretty nervous versus the Glocks in that round.
Oh, that's just a terrifying round from start to finish. Chance to knife the AWP, but shot too soon. Wasted opportunity perhaps here for Liquid, but really not the end of the world. It was only a Glock round. That's one of the times where you feel like the knife is justified as the Glock lets him down. Push to the top of middle. Insani dead early, and Breno is still here, but he is unknown about. In the smoke, spam through it. Oh dear. It's all gone very wrong here for MIBR. Opening move shut down with some smoke spam.
If you're Liquid, you're just thinking, like, don't mess this one up, right? Because MIBR have now gone on a streak of rounds. You find 2 comfortable openers here on the back of that mid push. And it's in these type of moments that Liquid can sometimes, you know, overthink, give rounds like this away. And I don't think the mental is there for them to be able to withstand that right now. So just keep this safe. They're playing it slow. They're grouping on both halves of the map. Out here in mid, Nerds has played a little early there, and so Elige slows it down. This could still get weird with MIBR bringing a 3rd player over the way. Liquid walking into the stack.
Oh dear.
Kicker caught swinging by Elige on that backstab out through the connector, and Naf offers up assistance. It's just Klim, and this AWP, he's been waiting all series to bring it out, bring it to the party, trying to get a wild clutch going here. 1v4 as it begins. Klim gets the spot on jungle. It's a good threading of the needle from Ultimate to stop that from getting weird, and Liquid breathe a little easier as they break the streak of MIBR.
3 in a row now gone by Liquid, and sure, Nerds goes early, but I don't think Liquid really mind it. They have 2 players lurking in middle. He's able to trade on a late timing, so late that MIBR discount the middle, and the stack not avoided, but deserted here by Liquid. Able to deal with it easily. Klim buys an AWP into this eco round. He's got spare money for it. And MIBR relying on their imports with these upgrades. Oh, nice clear here from Nav. He's spotted Kicker getting close. 2 clinical entries. They should just seal the deal as Klim started B with the AWP. He's probably just going to have to save that. P coming from short could cost him his life right now. And so Liquid just walk it over the line onto 6 rounds on this T side. Building a great campaign. And if MIBR don't pick up this next rifle round, we're looking at a very one-sided game yet again. I think the word is just reassuring here for Liquid more than anything.
Especially if they're able to kind of find a lot of success here on Mirage. Sure, it's not a great map for MIBR, but Inferno had what I would call, in a way, mitigating circumstances with really only 1 player showing up for the MIBR squad in Insani. At least in this game, everyone's pulling their weight a little bit more. Kicker's had some mowdowns. Klim's actually getting to play the AWP, so you're facing MIBR at something closer to their full force. If you're able to keep this one clean, I think that's a nice little galvanizing 2-0 win for Liquid, and they desperately need that right now. MIBR burning through another timeout. Flashy also seeing this as a time to get involved. This next one really does decide if this is just a runaway half from Liquid. If you can go up 8-4, you're ludicrously happy with that, and winning this round would break the money. The only thing you'd have to worry about is a Klim AWP in the next. It's something that just feels a little rough as well about one of kind of the... I know they imported 2 players, but Kicker here largely is just an experienced voice, right? Trying to bring some new ideas to the table, working in tandem with Exit to helm up the team. Klim was like the hot prospect signing. Yeah. The idea that he's only got to use his gun in one of the maps does leave a bit of a bad taste in your mouth here. In the final game for MIBR at the Major, if they don't course correct on Mirage, and it's a blistering pace from Team Liquid. They send siuhy fast out through middle. The rest of the gang trying to explode out through the apartments. Remember, this round kind of hits like a 2-for-1. And Elige, late lurk. We heard a bit from Flashy. It sounded like this is exactly what he wanted in this round. The rest of the gang further afield find nothing but success with the B openers, and it just leaves Klim.
4 players in that B bomb site for MIBR before Liquid have even jumped out of the apartment, and every entry comes in. They close it out with ease. That was way too easy for Team Liquid. Just knocking down every player at the back of the B bomb site in a deathmatch hit here from Team Liquid. Elige not required, and Klim not really set up for success in any meaningful way. That one just hurts here for MIBR. And you said 2 for 1. Could be even more gruesome than that here for Liquid, as they look for an 8-round T-side on Mirage. It's going to leave very little wiggle room here for MIBR. Nice flash play on ramp is going to force an opening kill, but Liquid can just speed up elsewhere. Oh, they go through the connector smoke. Naf having a ball running at them with an entry, and Klim's orb put on notice. They do still want A. Naf knows he's done significant damage. Ultimate's re-clearing the ramp. Elige has been ready the entire time with his smoke-faded Palace. And no activation. MIBR begin to doubt. That drop is heard. Elige knows someone is in the bomb site. And I don't think Klim is going to be holding this position.
There's just so many unknowns for Klim to try and work through right now. Closer towards ramp, it's the right move. He's got ultimate to go up against as they round this corner. He'll see the shadow. Nice, easy kill for the Klim AWP.
Elige's time to shine.
They know he's in close over towards ramp. There's a backstab on the cards as well for exit, but Nerds has walked into B in the downtime. That bomb's coming back. Naf needs this kill, and with exit finding him, there isn't time in this round for Team Liquid.
True.
They need kills, and they need them now. All of them, in fact, and it won't happen. MIBR hold on a low econ round. Elige physically can't do enough here. You see Breno already putting distance. They'll leave exit to fight for this at the close. There is no winning this for Liquid. MIBR pull up with a very unexpected round win. Can that give them something, a bit of longevity on Mirage? Just had an unexpected round come in down at the tail end of that first half. For MIBR, you see Insani trying to bring the vibe, bring the energy. It's been a losing battle in this series, and this is a far cry from how they wanted their time at the Major to go. A month boot camp heading into this event. The promise that with a bit more time, they could iron out the kinks in this roster. We have yet to see that. They're now staking their claim to Liquid's pick of Mirage after getting dominated on Inferno. It was no contest. MIBR now swap over to the T half. Still lagging behind Liquid, but the pistol round would help close that gap.
It's going to be a pretty quick and decisive one here for MIBR. Smokes and mollies down and a storm into this A site. Double entry as well as siuhy gets burnt out from balcony. And so MIBR should be in with something here in this game after all. Room to run after a 5-round CT side, and a pistol on top puts them back into the conversation. Yeah,
in a very real way. You know, Insani certainly deserves all the credit for his performance in this series. He was the one-man army attempting to keep them in Inferno, and he's still hitting hard come the turn of Mirage. The difference now, though, is he actually has a team active around him. Klim back on the AWP looking rejuvenated after that first map. And Kicker, who came off the back of maybe the worst major performance ever, at least in terms of a half, 0 ADR. Also finding his form again.
Yeah, it was Klim and Kicker just stopping the A hits time after time. Liquid found most of their success in B. And so, reassuring to see the imports hold the line here for MIBR. But we still need everyone in this comeback on the T side on a map that has historically been problematic for MIBR. They're going into the stack right now. That MAC-10 and Com will provide them a way out if they don't like what they see, but how much will Liquid reveal? We can see everything. MIBR know nothing. They're walking into the dead zone in this B bomb site.
Bombs going in first as well on the back of Breno, but it's all well and good. They get all the entries.
You're getting cleared.
And once you've seen 4, you're so ready for 5. siuhy gets run at, Kicker, eyes on the boost the entire time.
No one's falling for that.
A flawless round up against the pistols here. MIBR tie us up.
Okay. It's reassuring, if nothing more, for MIBR. It's going to be a true test of their mettle here on this T side. A map that Liquid got bodied on by Bait yesterday. But a map Liquid are seemingly comfortable on. siuhy out under. Gonna take his chance to disappear. Smoke spam through connector. Insani falls first, not what MIBR wanted.
Now you've lost a lot of your opening power with that spam kill. MIBR just looking to head out through Palace. While Exit tries to lob in a bit of misdirection out here towards middle, hoping that that pulls a connector player away and leaves you with just a one-man hold out towards the A site. They get the exact reaction they were hoping for. Breno on the fall down through the ladder has picked up siuhy, and that's MIBR in with a chance. 4-on-4, site taken. They can get this bomb planted and ease into a post plant.
Ooh, okay, a bit aggressive here in that pre-plant. Klim comes through the smoke, which is bold. Not sure about that move, and it puts his teammate in quite a predicament. Can you bail us out? No, Kicker. That's a shocking push through smoke for Klim, to be honest. No util to supplement it. All of Liquid there. The kills come to them, frankly. Simply done by Liquid. Doesn't even come to a post plant. Look at this, he's jumping. Mario. Okay, MIBR still have more money to lean back on after a flawless anti-eco.
Oh, a flash play out of Liquid. siuhy caught clearing close. Klim finds the opening. And a 5v4 for MIBR. They'll slow it down, take the pace out of this round. There's one guy trapped up top mid behind the boxes, and Nerds moving in, hoping to deal with him. Ends in a stalemate out here in mid, but Nerds is happy that he's at least been able to get out of the danger zone, right? Still harassing Insani with nades. More util where that came from, hoping they can force a peek, and Insani will swing wide. Good for one before Elige trades him. MIBR regrouping and looking to recommit out into A after all.
Oh, will Ultimate get caught by Palace? He's just missed that ramp timing. They rotate out. The timing is good for MIBR, walking out a second after the peak. Leech will start to move back in, but do they realize how close these T's are getting? Ultimate, good kill from above, but it's coming from everywhere right now. Ultimate gives us a double, and a Leech swings in to cover his back. Two-man hold, puts on 5 kills in this A site. A Leech triple, and Ultimate dastardly double back towards the connector. That is a shocking round for Liquid, as MIBR felt like they had the perfect red carpet rolled out. All the timings going in their favor. Can't connect any of the kills. But even here, opportunities to find Ultimate numerous times. And a frustrating game right now for MIBR, who set themselves up with a pistol round. But back-to-back buys coming in for Liquid.
And, you know, I mean, we heard it from Insani before this game. He talked about how he thinks that they've worked on a lot. Obviously, he wasn't happy with day one, but he said his expectations coming into this was to make a deep run. He was envisioning at least stage 3, wanted to go even further. This is a far cry from what MIBR expected. But it's the results they've got. And just to feel like you very decisively exited from the major as well. That's only going to make this feeling worse if this is how it all comes tumbling down. You know, you would have liked to have at least felt like you were competitive and had a push. If we're saying that this map is also competitive, it would have been in half of their games, 2 of 4 maps. The others just being dominant losses.
And this would be MIBR's 8th series lost in a row, so they're certainly used to these recent results. Liquid, do allow a bomb plant. So that's something for MIBR, but that's best case scenario here. A kill and a plant to set themselves up. But folks, this is essentially it right now. If MIBR don't win this gun round, Liquid are surging towards eliminating this Brazilian squad. 0-3 in stage 2. 2 days in the major for MIBR, and that is it.
And you even hear there how desperate things are getting for MIBR. Insani was the guy trying to make the call, trying to come up with something here. He's been the one guy who's looked promising in both maps of the series. He's also been, I think, you know, a positive voice within the MIBR camp. But I think that maybe speaks to the fact that the rest of the gang are a bit out of it right now, in the same way we saw Liquid just completely lose all confidence in themselves in that series yesterday versus Paravision. I think MIBR are feeling much the same here.
Ultimate freedom to make a play, but he will get spammed through the smoke. I think Exit heard him running through connector there. Very close to the smoke. Elige tried his hand at the same, but don't know if that was meant for short or meant to be in connector. Just clipped the edge here. So Nerds goes up and over. Bit of a round here for Nerds, not gone too well. So opened up a path for this B split for MIBR.
Really want a round to come through for MIBR, just so you get to see a little bit more of the Klim AWP at least as well. That's something that will not appear again if they end up having these rounds go against them. Feeling like he only got to play with his weapon of choice in one half of the entire series. That was the final one for MIBR at the Major. Here's Klim in the feed, deals with that first man. Nertz lines up a double, and that might be enough to keep Liquid interested. Elige already in position. siuhy making his way over. Elige, does he want to give this one a go? His captain here alongside him. Out with the swing, Elige finds another, and now it's left to siuhy in the 1v2 to get shut down by Breno. MIBR offer up a little bit more resistance, and that's on the back of Insani's call to look for mid-aggression at the top of the round.
It's feeling desperate, but sometimes when you've already lost hope, that's when you can see the best plays yet. Breno jumping out of apps and wide swinging with the bomb in that 2v1. Insani was not exactly ready to swing, but it doesn't seem to matter. Breno just throws himself into that round and saves the day for MIBR. You said you wanted more out of this squad. Well, they've given us one on this T side in a gun round. Hope dies last here. And money dies first. Liquid got a lot to worry about if they lose this round.
I mean, it very much goes both ways. And you know who a broken economy would hurt more for out of these two squads at this scoreline? So this round is very, very valuable. If Liquid want to make this a nice, quick day for themselves, they win this one, they'll go on to be teed up for a nice win on Mirage. If you come up short, you got to dig deep because this one's going the distance. Again with the play out into mid for MIBR. Ultimate thrown up on that boost, gets in a position and holds exit in this cubby. How long does he stick to his guns here? Oh, there's this swing, punished by the ultimate AWP, and a 5v4 for Team Liquid.
All right, sit back and breathe here. It's MIBR feeling the pressure. Ultimate looking to force more advantages. Takes the line of the apartments. Freeing up more players to play that A-bomb site, trusting in their AWP, who has delivered in this map. Only now getting out of middle. Bomb waiting at the top. Ultimate given his second piece. A wide swing from Kicker. Delivers a 5-on-3 here for Team Liquid. And they've been 4-man A-stack the entire time. Looks like it's going to pay off.
Yeah, just been this roaming Roland AWP.
Oh, they're leaving. It is a B hit or it's a save here because MIBR have pulled back entirely from this A side.
Isn't an awful decision.
Oh, I hate it though. It just shows where MIBR are at right now, but it seems like they're making that call. What other choice do they have?
They'll be able to have 4 guns in the next round if they save now. But no one feels happy about doing this. It just is a product of necessity. And this also hands a flawless round to Team Liquid. We were saying that heading into this one, either team could have been broken on the back of a loss. And that weight, that burden weighs a lot more for MIBR. Now with 5 alive for Liquid, they have more staying power. It's not like you're one away from breaking them and breaking through and suddenly making this a competitive map again. Timeout called for MIBR because they are quickly running out of time here in Budapest.
Yeah, perhaps the final timeout we're going to see in this series because Liquid don't need to slow it down. They've absolutely thrown MIBR into a world of hurt. And final timeout burned by the Brazilians. With not a lot of life in this T side. Nice shots for Ultimate. Necessities for Liquid to find that round cleanly. A stone's throw away from eliminating MIBR. 2-0. The bottom of the bucket here in Budapest. Joining FlyQuest from 3-0 in that first stage. He fell to Astralis just earlier. Final punch here for MIBR.
MIBR staging 4 of the A split.
Oh, panic.
The bomb back here out towards B, only just leaving, and Elige is pushing through lower. Elige gets caught, and it's kills all across the map out of MIBR.
Yeah, Liquid panicked on that one. They fell for the B hit hard, fully rotating, and Lurkers put themselves in strong positions. MIBR walk into the connector, walk behind Liquid, and Liquid rotate back into their own demise. So nice round out of Klim off of position. MIBR tee him up. And Liquid definitely panic in that round by just the fact that they rotate 5 players before they see a single player.
They felt like they were getting dealt just a Hail Mary, right? In a desperate kind of last grab for victory from MIBR, but actually they still kept it pretty smart and slow on this T side. You certainly see where Kicker and Exit have tried to change things up a little bit in terms of the cooling. And so now just down to a partial investment for Team Liquid. They come through with aggression on these pistols, feeling like they got nothing to lose out of an aggressive round here. Flash ready on Elige to help out these players in top mid. Insani's made it behind the boxes. This is a signature position for the hot prospect in MIBR. You'll often find him here. Second flash is good, but doesn't make life any easier for Nerds as he's fighting 3 players boxed in top middle.
I like the idea there for Liquid. I thought they were going to be the initiators with the flash. If it comes in a little bit earlier and beats MIBR's, maybe they can catch kills there. There was a nade to follow up behind boxes. If Insani got tagged by pistols, it's a nice play for Liquid, but MIBR just able to deal with it. Rifles v pistols holding back. And they flash first. So just walking it in now for MIBR to take double digits. Siuhy is a dead man standing. And Naf has nowhere to go. Liquid try to face together, but is MIBR with a 5 alive round this deep in the game, Harry. Suddenly, the match opens up.
Yeah, it really does. And you know, I think you've seen MIBR look a little bit down and out, but at this point in the game, they've got every reason to try and fight for this win. It felt like they were ready to roll over and die, but you're seeing some real signs of life as this one has dragged on. They won that all-important cobbled-together round on the back of the save, and now they've gone on to break apart an anti-eco. Suddenly, you have money, you have staying power, you're 1 round behind. I don't think you can help but feel some belief here if you're MIBR.
But will
Team
Liquid crush it?
Try to come through with aggression, and that's going to sacrifice Elige, one of the heavy hitters for the Liquid squad, gone early. Flash play.
No
This
way.
is a move that Siuhy really likes, and he's going to run it all the way in a Breno cover there from the AWP. Just falls off the mark, and that molly will catch Siuhy after death. So we end in a 3-on-3. Bomb spotted down here towards ramp. Smokes are down, though, and Liquid don't feel safe enough to go and pressure it.
Oh, Liquid going to panic rotate again. They just heard the jump off stairs.
Tag there onto Insani.
He's walked through the smoke. Bomb is still here, but they've also got a man in the B bomb site.
Klim's found the gap.
Oh no.
Insani gets out through connector. Alarm bells now ringing for Team Liquid. They thought they had this one in their pocket. It's going to take Ultimate and Nerds. And with Klim having secured B this entire time, Nerds could die on rotation. Reload, fresh mag going in. He's a dead man. Klim secures the round with that kill. Ultimate can't justify going for this. B was left open all round, and Nerds walks to his death on that rotate.
What a wacky round here. I can't believe Insani gets away with that kill in Con. It felt like him making the play first was the unnecessary element. He found Naf, who whiffed his shot after a smoke push. Because if Naf finds that kill, he's freed up to go back to B. They've still got 2 in the A bomb site. Suddenly, Klim doesn't get that space, and the bomb doesn't have room to come in. Huge kill from Insani. And a bit of a mess at ramp as siuhy feels forced to go through that molly just because he knows he can kill the bomb right now. But then burning alive in a prison of his own making. And MIBR have somehow taken advantage in this game. It is 11-11. They have all the money in the world. Liquid have nothing to show but the saved orb. Are MIBR really going to win this map? It just felt like we were waiting for the inevitable all game long. Liquid in full control. Even the pistol didn't feel like enough for MIBR, but late in the night, woken up with a couple rounds, and Klim's just picked ultimate.
Oh, dude, I mean, he's having a great game, great map. Finally gets to play his AWP, and you feel the impact from it. You know, it would have been diabolical if he barely got to use his weapon of choice. Look at the difference it's done for MIBR.
He also found that big round off the saved rifle, the triple saved rifle that now feels massively justified, where he went and walked in connector and he caused a flawless round for MIBR. And at that point, Liquid's money broken. Now look at us.
Yeah, they've got their import major rookie in Klim to thank for this one. MIBR.
Shocking.
Kind of can't believe they're in this position with how down and out they looked. Team Liquid on a roll, coming off the back of a crazy dominant map, onto a map that MIBR have provably struggled on. And they're about to hit 12 first. They just have to pull through versus the pistols and this AWP in Nertz's hands. Now, he has hit his shot out towards mid, but with the rest of the team getting felled, it gets real rough now for Liquid. You want to save that orb. Elige has even grabbed the gun in the downtime. siuhy, oh, that's rough.
It looked on, I mean, it looked on. What can you do? Couple of guns could go a long way here for Liquid. Just to make those buys a bit bolstered. Could get a double orb, could get some extra nades, but this orb is not guaranteed right now. It's realizing a player snuck in. Don't know how he picked that one up. Elige also keeping his AK. So there's something here for Liquid, but MIBR map point in this series. Ancient our decider. And this unlikely comeback late in the game for MIBR might be about to pay off. Unbelievable staying power. Really just felt done. Was just almost nothing to believe in this game for MIBR. But a few multi-kills from Breno, from Klim, has made this a reality, and MIBR have overtime to lean on at worst case.
No, it's going to be a fast one.
Fast round, perhaps? Did he say keep util?
He did. And if Exit's calling for a fast round and they're trying to hold on to that utility,
okay,
this could be a bit of a disaster brewing for Team Liquid.
We only got tidbits, so let's see if the whole round is fast or if there's just an opening play here for MIBR. But if those are the bits of information we got, it doesn't spell likelihood for Liquid. It spells MIBR stealing this map away in the final hour.
Klim tries to post for the cross shot again. Insani on a mid lurk, and look at that four-man pack grouping from MIBR. They played through the util. They're ahead of that smoke already. siuhy doesn't have this info. And so they don't even know they're out on Tetris right now. Bit of util expelled, will give it away. Swing from Naf, only good for one. Still, he's done his part in the round. It's Elige, head on a swivel out of the stairs as Team Liquid try and battle back into overtime. A game that they've had in the palm of their hands for a long time. Required to try and step up, and it's only Kicker left. Cut down, run it back in OT as Liquid stop the choke. They've got more rounds to play.
The Heimlich for Liquid as they stay in the game, and yes, impressive multi-kill for Elige. Fast as hell on that mouse pad. He's gliding, doing 180s. Look at this. And a quicker push here for MIBR. Locks them out and forces overtime. I like that MIBR had the balls to go for that play, but they're going to regret it in the morning. It's been slow, calculated T-side rounds, forcing Liquid to over-rotate that has let MIBR back in this T-side.
mean, you see how invested MIBR have become again, right? For a while, it looked like they were just going through the motions, kind of waiting for their time at the Major to be over, but you can't help but start believing with some of the rounds they've had, with Klim looking good, individuals that were quiet in map 1 really finding their form again. And actually, it's in this moment now as we hit OT, I want to see some big rounds out of Insani, because he's been solid in this map, but he's been a far cry from the heights you know he can hit, far cry from what he was capable of on Inferno. And so if he gets switched online, with Klim finding success on this AWP, sky could be the limit for MIBR.
He really wants that pick, but Ultimate not giving it to him. Spotted and flashed off. It's the second door deep in apartments here for Naf. Elite swings out window and absolutely whiffs. Not seeing Elite miss a shot like that. Ultimate eats a bullet from the AWP. This has gone very wrong for Liquid, and the AWP is aggressive, but it might not be the right tool for the job in this position. Meanwhile, Breno kicking up a fuss in this A bomb site. Naf starts to flank, but it was B all along. And siuhy can't do a thing about this. Now feeling the pressure to push in, and it's only Nerds who does drop the bomb along with everybody else. 20 seconds, Nerds on for the 1v5, but not tonight. Klim holds his own, and Nerds with a chance, but MIBR find the first in this OT.
It's a stressful round, it gets the blood pumping, but yeah, MIBR emerge victorious, slowing the roll of Nerds with hot hands after this triple. Woo!
That's 2 near 1v5s for Liquid in this game.
Me too, just looking at it, MIBR was so down in the dumps. They're getting hyped up now. They can feel this comeback brewing. Timeout called in as they want to press every single advantage they can. They're looking to make this a 3-map series after all. And everyone's talking, everyone's communicative. Everyone is dialed in and believing in this comeback.
This would be a horrific way to lose the game for Liquid, who had full control of this map, who dominated MIBR's pick. But some of these stars have gone missing on this CT side.
I mean, Liquid have also, like, they've been choking for a while now, right? They've lost their...
Years?
No, yeah, years, literally. They are professionals, but no, like, even just in this map, they've kind of lost the interplay. They've lost the synergy. Elige, weird mid-swing with no supportive util, even though there's loads of teammates nearby who could have lobbed a supportive flash if that's the play you want to go for. And the tail end of the round, no proper crossfires for trades set up on A. And again, Breno with a smoke walk, just going to catch a freebie. Now, siuhy at least picks up the trade here to leave it even in a 4-on-4. They're trying to still make these aggressive moves, but there's less smarts behind it. It's a lot of individual plays. Nerds is showing he can succeed individually. Walks out in a mid. Klim's going to shut him down.
Nice flick.
B site open. And that's in spite of siuhy pushed all the way through Palace.
Anchor.
Last time they took all this space, it wasn't known about that. Molly at least gives it away. You have the big backstab from siuhy as well, but this should be heard by Klim in top middle, and so siuhy likely dies on this flank. That leaves it on Naf and Elige. You've got to rely on your 2 more experienced pieces here, Nafly and Elige. The old lifeblood of Team Liquid cut down, Naf dead first, and Elige far away. This would be the time to leave your mark on this series, but he is a dead man. Insani takes his head off. MIBR, they are looking like the better team. They went from being down and out of the game to now pole position and running away with Mirage in overtime.
Just a lot of disrespectful plays here for MIBR, and I think the key to this T side has been making Liquid over-rotate. They've been creating so many gaps. Liquid have been desperate at trying to fill them, leaving sites open, leaving positions available. Even Naf is looking cooked. That push ahead of the Molotov, trying to deny the plant, Elige couldn't help him. Klim is feeling it now, making his own plays. And Liquid feeding the beast. The aggression that has yet to pay off on this CT side.
I mean, you feel like they just have to do something as a team here. Like every single one of those kills they gave away was solo pushes, solo fights. One guy versus two opponents, and just do the maths on it. It doesn't check out. Nerds tried to have his hero moment, pushing the smoke. It kind of echoed the Elige mid-swing to open up overtime. And, you know, these like attempts at solo plays are coming from desperation, but you got to have faith in each other, boys. That was kind of the key to success on map one, was you're all playing aggressive. You're all on the same page. This one's at least looking better for Liquid in terms of the early round staging. They committed to a triple mid take. They had 3 players trying to peek it and get away with info. And they will get that opener on Insani.
It's a nice D. There's a gun available. But Ultimate goes back to look for more. He sees the AWP. 35 seconds here as they try to entry into the site. Ultimate does choose against committing. He's got teammates to swing off his contact. siuhy looking for his. Nice shot for Breno. Out under, denied by Elige in the middle. And now a 2v3 with the AWP in the middle of the site. Klim needs to put that bomb down, maybe feeling some fear from this CT spawn, but you don't have time to clear every position, so he goes for the kill. Nafly stops him in his tracks. Breno, no time for this clutch. He would need the ace, and Liquid, at least, avoiding devastation, look to lock in 1 round in this half of overtime. There is no plant to be had. Ultimate's Deagle denies it, and Liquid find 1 round on their CT side. But it's a very different game now. It's a very different MIBR. A Breno that has come to play in overtime and in that CT side. And it's not the Insani show anymore in this match. It's Breno and Klim finding the impact. MIBR with the round lead.
I mean, good to see Breno stepping up. He's had an underwhelming major, right, in these opening games. Really struggled to ever get going, but you know he's capable of a lot more. He's been delivering that since we got to Mirage, especially in the second half. That was where he came alive. For Liquid, they've got to be telling themselves now, it was T-side where they did their best work. And a 5v4 straight away from Elige, just running amok down through mid. Klim versus Ultimate in this head-to-head. Who breaks first? That's the bomb on the back of Ultimate out here in middle as well.
Liquid have a lot of room. Ladder already taken. Spread default across the map. It's Klim who goes investigating, but it's Ultimate who can't afford to walk into this angle. Should be a guaranteed kill for Klim if he does. So Ultimate bomb back, considering it. No, he still holds the bomb. He dropped grenades, so gonna flash siuhy in. Nice dodge, Klim. Strong mechanics, but the re-peek does get punished.
I mean, I think at times, you know, the rookie nature of Klim sometimes shows, right, the committal there. That's exactly what Ultimate wanted. Wasn't just content with the one, wanted to keep owning that mid-angle. Breno dead after that first kill on Ultimate out through the connector, and this gets real awkward now for MIBR. Kicker and exit. Far removed from this A play. AWP scoped up for exit, hoping that they give them a reason to go for this round. Naf gets brought down low, but knows better than to give away this kill. It's purely a numbers game here in the post plant.
Rotating out is risky. This is a default bomb plant. Naf is going around the world right now. Are MIBR even going for this? Look how far exit is. Naf, he doesn't have a molly or anything to put on this bomb, so if he's left in a clutch, it could be a problem. Elige low health, still surviving. Naf's timing, looking good, but Exit's heard him. It's burning time off the clock, even with the kills. It's on to Nerds now. They can cross default. Nerds gets his frag. He doesn't need to play. The round in the palm of his hand. Nerds waits. He strikes, but it's too late for MIBR. I don't think there's time. Liquid find their first in this half. Overtime evened out. That is a risky move for Naf to make, but it buys just enough for Nerds to clutch up still if Kicker makes it onto that bomb. That could have gone very, very wrong for Team Liquid.
These are just crazy rounds, man. You can see the nerves for both teams. MIBR moments away from a crazy retake, 2-on-3 the entire time. Credit to Nerds there for rising to the occasion and putting some pep back in the step of Liquid with an important clutch. I don't think you could mentally survive giving away that round. It would have really been a reminder of some of their horrible round losses yesterday to Paravision. And so at least Nerds has kept this game competitive.
14 apiece. Liquid had the lead on T side, but that was a long time ago. A 7-round half. But MIBR have woken up since that point. It took everything from Liquid to find that previous round.
I mean, the thing that's nice on this T side, they've been playing together better, right? 3 players here just walking out through Palace. You've at least got numbers. Kicker does big damage. Nerds in with an opener. 2 guys over towards ramp.
Constricting.
Klim having to come back here. Gets dealt with by Nerds on that play out from Palace. Elige might fall down in comp, but now they've learned about Insani. It's Insani and Exit that would have to combine another 2-on-3 attempt here from MIBR. Exit moving over, takes up position over at jungle. Need finds big damage. Insani now wounded. Insani low, and that might be enough for MIBR to write this one off. They head for the hills. Money is running low for MIBR.
No way.
It's tough to stomach losing back-to-back rounds to open up the half. You already saw this for Liquid. Ultimate having to play the final round of OT in that first half with a deagle.
I mean, the molly on ramp is everything there. I think it's siuhy who threw it, but whoever, no, it was Ultimate rather. It's what sets Liquid up so well, because MIBR had just the opposite setup in mind to Liquid. Triple Palace, they would double ramp with the orb. They get mollied forward, so they have to fight. That Triple Palace play is just flooding out. Klim goes hunting with a pistol, for crying out loud. He has nowhere to go. And the kicker burnt in the molly. I don't know how. Maybe Ultimate fought him inside of it, but that ramp play gets absolutely destroyed.
I mean, dude, they did get damaged trying to come out through Palace. I guess the comm was there that they're low, but couldn't be further from the truth. They also didn't spot just full numbers. And the thing that has been nice for Liquid on this T side is they're just pack rolling right now. They aren't leaving it down to individual trades. They're playing with everyone together.
It's going to be a slow and steady round here. They left even smokes in spawn, so Liquid plan to go back and retake mid in the round, it looks like. Elige is getting a lot of space early. Trying to keep some attention here, but we've seen Liquid utilize very late window resmokes. Elige behind the boxes. Ultimate out under with the orb. And a flash ready for Klim to try and fight with his teammate. Ultimate looks to force an advantage. Timing of this flash is everything. Is he going to jump out? Insani's going to jump out the window, dropping into middle with a flashbang. It's beautiful! Oh. Breno's by his side. 3 kills in an instant. Liquid, their head hit on the wall. Nerds tries to save them, but there's 2 players here, and Insani's having none of it. A heroic round late in the game to force another overtime. What a play.
Naf's been spotted, and now they know where he is. They're going to swing him together. Not easy for Nafly. He'll get stopped in his tracks. We run it back. Another overtime required.
Dude, what a sick move here from MIBR. When Liquid try and get comfortable in middle, they get a perfect flashbang to the face. And 2 rifles just jumping into them. Beautiful. MIBR still playing with balls here. Even with their tournament life on the line in that round.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, that one there kind of showcases you can make the crazy plays. Hell, you can even do it when you stand to lose everything, but do it together. Have the flashes. MIBR doing what Liquid couldn't on their CT half. Finding success in these desperate spots and playing it together as a team. And the rounds are getting a bit more strung out here for Liquid. That's a nice opener for Naf.
It's an ugly shot for Klim.
Dead first. And with the game he's having, removing him from play is a big milestone for Team Liquid.
It's a good round to make a gamble. Insani moving towards B, but with apartments cleared, doesn't this just confirm to MIBR Liquid's intention? Coming up connector, surrounding this site, choking out A. Insani trying to move back, but for the meantime, it's just kicker.
He's in a world of hurt. Not going to get away with anything. Nerds secures the opening, and with that, you have a lot of space. MIBR, not a bad idea here to slow down. Lend Exit some time. He's used to working on the extremities. They're going to need a big round out of him.
Yeah, nice from Insani, gives it up. Exit, round in the palm of his hand.
It's really not uncommon to see Exit on these type of flanks, in these type of positions.
That's
in theory, he should be able to deal with this pressure well. This is often where he does his best work. Coming in from behind. Ultimate with a missed shot, lets the guys spill out through CT, and there's Exit triggering this trap, only gets away with one. siuhy down here in connector, he's had a pretty woeful performance. Bombs planted for him, and Insani comes hunting. Unleash can't do it. MIBR claw their way back in. A man down on the retake, they get it done.
I feel like siuhy can't hit a shot in some of these moments, right? Some of these very important late round situations, absolutely letting his team down on an individual level. It's common for the captains to be far and away from the top of the board, but even on the eye test, siuhy in perfect position to shut down that round. And I gotta say, even Elijah's had, he's had some highlight moments in this game, definitely, but he's also had some really awkward whiffs. I wouldn't call that one of them, but too low health to get away with it. Had to rely on siuhy there. Liquid in a post plant, found by the flank. MIBR. Yeah, give it up. Insani eating a lot of util and spam damage. Down to 42. So Klim goes searching instead, but no one's out under this time. Can Elige give us anything here in this T side? Oh, caught on a jiggle. Insani tried to peek ahead of the smoke. I'm not sure if he got the spot there on ultimate though. So bomb coming out, catwalk. That kill would have been massive. Great Molotov from Breno. MIBR, a round that's hard to lose with the bomb at their feet. And Liquid just trying to charge his B site.
Oh, not bad from Naf to open. Second player up here on the balcony, though. Naf going to deal with him as well. siuhy coming in with nades pulled, gives one away, and Naf can't do anything else. MIBR 2 in a row to open up their CT side in OT.
Surprisingly not ready for Breno, right? He just blocked short. A lot of chaos in this round, and there was a triple B setup for MIBR. They've been leaning into these B gambles, waiting for Liquid to come for them. They finally do. Really nice shots for Nap, but they matter not in the grand scheme here for Liquid. A Liquid who have nothing to show for this half of overtime. B-pop. T-Molly.
Oh, that's going to chunk. It slows him down. It separates this push. siuhy at the front of the pack, but the rest of the team is slowed behind him.
There's no smoke to put it out.
Nerds on a second timing here. That's a beautiful shot on a Breno, but it needs even more.
Everyone's here.
Elige finds the next. It's an all-in stack out of B as Team Liquid comes scrapping for one round on this T side, and Nerds will provide the openers. Kicker 1v4. No round feels safe for Liquid, but this is about as good as it gets. 4-on-1 in the post plant. And as soon as they get info, now they can just lock down this point of rotation out of the market. There should be no way back into this for Kicker. Liquid at least good for one on this T side.
Yeah, no, it's high impact entry there, because what it does is it makes everyone in the bomb site uncomfortable. Typically, they can maybe wait to backside, wait to market for Liquid to try and scale. Well, they don't have to anymore. They know with Nerds coming up on short, MIBR have to take fights from backside. They have to go wide. They have to look for engagements to stop getting caught by Nerds' split. So all the pressure on MIBR, even with the stack, Liquid have as many numbers there, and they lock in one round on the T side.
Is that going to be enough, though?
Who knows? At this point of the game, it has to be.
It's been T-sided up until now. Both teams have struggled on the CT halves, and with MIBR finding their success, they're getting 2 in a row. Like, that's already a golden opportunity to be in. There might still be more twists and turns in this.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
For Liquid, the biggest note for me on this CT half was it became a super individual-based game. They stopped playing as a team. You think about that round that actually got us to OT, the risky window flash for Insani, Breno. It was Klim who lobbed the flashbang in. There's been a bunch of good examples of MIBR playing better off of each other, which for a still fairly freshly assembled now international lineup, accounting for Kicker having a resurgence in form a long time on from where he picked up his major, and Klim as their major rookie. You know, it feels crazy that they're the ones playing better Team CS. Let's see if Liquid can try and level up now that we're deeper into the OTs. Ultimate, good for one. Snatched back by Klim. 3-on-2 for Liquid, though. They've got the advantage here. Even with that bomb going down, MIBR do not have a lot of time nor space to get comfortable.
I like the flank here for Nerds. It's not the fastest flank in the world, but Liquid don't feel the pressure to fight early. They can wait for Nerds to get in position. All his nades, though, are being wasted on this flank, so he needs that first kill, that first incision. Klim goes back to check. He's missed the time.
Oh,
Klim,
that could be brutal.
28 kills deep, and it could all be for nothing.
Nerds should have this in the bag. Klim dead, it's exit or it's nothing, and that's not bad. Exit doesn't want this one to be over. Flash to tee him up, but cut down shy of the 1v3, and he's got his head in his hands. He was on his way to greatness there. He was looking to secure it for MIBR, but unable to find the third. That one just slips through his fingers.
That flash falls so short. It looks like the perfect flash, but it just doesn't go as far as he wants. I think he wanted to wide swing with it, and he would have had that player turned away. It falls short, and so does he. Exit falls to Nerds in the 1v1 after a beautiful transfer. MIBR, a redemption arc in this series, but it could still be a sour ending. They came all the way back, overtime after overtime, and Liquid looking for the clean CT half to close in this OT. Nerds is putting on an excellent game in the Liquid jersey. Player who struggled massively inside of this squad. Came from heights and heroic on an individual level to just looking like the problem piece of Team Liquid.
Yeah, and to conduct yourself there in the high-pressure scenario of that 1v1 versus an exit who just hit the hardest kills in the round, right? Like, it takes a lot from you. Nerds has been very, very reliable at being the guy to stop this game from getting out of hand. Great to see those glimmers of the Nerds you were so excited about when he first moved into this Liquid team. And that is a crazy kill for Ultimate.
What? He ate the leg.
Boost assembled. I think that's what Liquid were even talking about in the timeout, expecting some trickery, some gimmicks out behind this mid-smoke, and so Ultimate good for the opening. 5v4 for Liquid.
Yeah, Naf, this is a hard position to escape from. If he misses his first shot, how does he survive? He has to run back or get trapped in that corner where he can be mollied. So you need to nail this first shot. Tight line, Naf, wide, ready for it, hits it, and he gets out just about. Naf looks for a repeat.
For more. This is crazy. Nafly wants to send a message. The apartments are closed, and if MIBR lose the ability to head out towards this side of the map, that's what the whole round was catered around. They wanted to try and go for the B split.
Going out under.
But the presence of the NAF AWP has scared them away. It's forced the change in the mid-round. It's a test of how adaptable they are. It's the 3 Brazilians left in this one. Breno put up in the window. This is the core at the heart of MIBR. They've got to believe they can do it. Breno dead on the cross, Elige there to cut him down, and now it starts to get a bit split up from MIBR.
And Naf considered a repeat, but you just don't need to. They've got to come to you.
A shot from the ultimate AWP, and they're going to get out through the connector. They find him. Oh, Nerds will be there to stop this spillover. And as is often the case, the insurance policy is Nerds.
Yes.
There to stop these rounds getting out of control so consistently at key moments, stepping up to shut down clutches. There stops a potential 2v5 that could have been brewing when they get past ultimate out towards the A site.
That's 30 kills for Nerds in this map, and well earned. He was performing when no one else was, while MIBR were pulling it back. trying to close the game early. It has been a slog for Team Liquid.
And look, on one hand, I think there's a part of you that's glad that you at least showed what you're capable of here if you're MIBR, but you really started believing in this game. At least if you got swept in every single one, you can cite any number of reasons as to why you fell short of expectations at this major. But this map had you believing. You went from being down in the dumps to all 5 of you believing in the comeback, and it might be about to get torn away in horrific fashion.
Crazy position and missed window smoke as well. That will do no favors to MIBR. Mistakes this late in the game will cost you your major life. 5v4, Liquid pull back, and MIBR have forgotten the bomb. It goes from bad to worse.
It's going to force them to slow the round down. You can't be very reactive out here in mid as a result. Klim, the guy tasked to go back and get it, looks to join up with this ramp hit. Naf is making a ballsy play this late in the game, taking deep apartments control. And so that's going to free up a Liege. That frees up an extra player to go somewhere else on the map. It also gets this AAA stack maintained and grounded in place. MIBR, the odds aren't looking great for them now. Ultimate extends this advantage even further. And their lifeline in this game is about to be snipped. Insani, Exit, and Klim, they've got to combine. They've got to put on a round in the 3v5. Molly out, into the stack they go. Klim hits a blinder, Nerd shuts him down, and it's this guy that's been the stopgap all series long. Nerds brings it home for Liquid, stops the choke in its tracks, and they live to fight another day.
And MIBR go home in a harrowing fashion. A game that felt like it was done after the first map. They still pulled it all the way back here on Mirage, and all for nothing. So many near clutches, so many nice rounds.